I am traveling for history. In this evening's live video, I'm going to talk about the misadventures of filming. Now, understand I film primarily on site, and what a debacle! Series of debacles. Now, two of them were just mind-blowingly stupid on my part. One in particular, well, one was mind-blowingly stupid. The other one was mind-blowingly, well, yeah, stupid. Okay, both were those. Those two were on me, and I suppose technically they're all on me since I'm the one who was choosing to go and try to film these places. So let's see. The drive itself was beautiful. This was a Monday. It hit 79 degrees in April. So sunny, beautiful day, a nice breeze. It would have been a great day to film. Alas, the universe had other ideas. Excuse me. Oh, I have to grab my water already. So my goal was in this town I was in was to film their cemeteries and to film this building on the National Register, all of which I thought you would enjoy. Quite frankly, I was looking forward to enjoying them because I film things I find interesting and hope that you do too. I found this one cemetery. I was so excited because only one on Find a Grave had any decent address. Yeah, I think that'd be the best description of that. The others did not. They had coordinates. And but that first one, I had slowed down for. I was thinking about, well, maybe I should start here and then go to find that National Register building. And so as I was slowing down, realized there was a culvert. So a culvert, in case you don't know it, is a ditch, and where there's usually a pipe for water to go through. For water or for rain runoff and stuff. But there was a culvert there, and so couldn't park. In fact, the culvert had been on the side of the road for a while, so it really just I couldn't park. I couldn't pull into the cemetery. There was land just beyond that, someone's house and garage and all that stuff. And I had pulled over there and was debating how much farther onto the property, the other person's property, I wanted to be on, because that person's lawn had been mowed, and the cemetery had not been. So I wasn't sure if that person were a caretaker or not for the cemetery, because usually if someone's cutting their grass, they cut that grass too. Hey, Gigi. So as I was contemplating what to do, the person on this big mower started to stare at me. So we're staring at each other. I mean, it was a decent distance away. And Sebastian, fine, hidey ho. So, and the besties, welcome. So here I am. We're having a staring contest, and I would break away to look at the cemetery, and I would look back, and this person was still staring at me. Now, for people who don't have, let me restate that. My upbringing, parents who hated each other, that's not a great start. And my dad decided that since mom was awful, which she was terrible. She was a terrible human being. And forget just a spouse. She was a terrible human being. and but he didn't win any prizes either. So, but he wasn't really home much. He worked day and night. So anyway, he decided that since mom sucked, that all women were the same way. So yeah. So this was the upbringing I had. So I tend to be suspicious of others and all that awful stuff. So I didn't feel comfortable approaching this. Actually, I couldn't even tell you the gender because the head stuff this person was wearing. My assumption was probably a man, and that's very sexist on my part. But that's what I was thinking. But I didn't really want to approach this person because this person seemed unhappy that I was there. So I don't know where you're supposed to park because the other side of the road wasn't any better. I mean, it's just, ugh. So then I decided, oh, heck with this. I'll drive up to the National Register place. No place to park that was safe. I couldn't be far enough off the road that I would not be hit. So, and I tried. I drove up and down that road to find a place. Either I was going to get hit or my car was going to get hit because it was so unsafe, or I was going to have to walk quite a distance, like a mile, to get back there. And I can't walk a mile. I may be able to walk a mile one way, but you figure I would walk one way. I'd be standing for quite a long time because I have so much information about this place. It's pretty exciting. And then after walking back and forth to talk about things that you may not have seen, I would have to walk back a mile, and there's no way. I understand my limitations. So that was no go. That was 2 out of 2 that was not working. So the other 2 cemeteries that I had on my list were supposed to be nearby. So as I'm driving, I was heading essentially home. And then I realized, I hadn't actually opened up Google Maps to get home. I don't know why. You can tell me in the comments below if you also have those kinds of issues that, I need to drive someplace. Oh, but I forgot to open the doggone map. So I parked at this place that is, I don't know if you see you can see the snowman back there. So I parked at this place that is no longer in business. So I'm in the parking lot. I'm in the parking lot for a while because not only did I need to pull up Google Maps, but I also forgot that I needed to put a video up because this was on Monday. So I'm there and I've uploaded a video and all this stuff. And I suddenly hear someone saying, it sounded like hello, which, my engine was still running, even though it was there for a few minutes. And I realized it was coming from across the road, from a house from across the road. Okay, all right, I love you too, sir. But there was these 2 girls who asked me if I'd like to buy a carton of eggs. Theirs was $5. I presume that was for a dozen. I didn't actually ask. But I said no, thank you, and figured I should get out of there. So Google Maps was up. Some of the video was up. Excuse me. And hey, that's mine. So anyway, I as I was driving by, I saw this on the road to head home. I noticed this huge expanse of lawn, and I thought it was odd there wasn't a house on there. You know why there was no house on there? Because it was a cemetery. There was a cemetery farther back that, I'm keeping one eye on the road, and I saw this expanse of grass, but I didn't look any farther away because I would have taken my eyes off the road and was a little bit busy with traffic. So I missed out on that cemetery completely. And as I get to a side street, I realized that there was actually a cemetery down there, but at that point, I was already past it, and there wasn't a good place to turn around. So did I film anything that day? Nothing. I filmed nothing. I drove all that distance. It was a great drive. It was a great ride. I mean, it was a great view. but I didn't film a doggone thing. So Monday was a complete bust and a waste of several hours. Oh my gosh, several hours. So, boo-hoo to Monday. Anyway, so that was Monday, and Tuesday for my poor car, or, well, poor me. So I have a 2011 Toyota Highlander. It's the newest car I have ever owned, and it has, to me, it's fairly fancy. To people who are driving a newer car, they'd be laughing their heads off. But, it has the controls on the steering wheel. I get to turn up the volume on that Chapel Roan CD I'm still listening to. I mean, I crank it up. I'm hearing impaired. So, I mean, I don't do that when people are in the car. I turn it down for others. Actually, I turn it off for others. But anyway, so I can do things on the steering wheel, which makes me pretty happy. And it has other technology I don't use that I could. So pretty nifty. But Tuesday, I brought it in for an oil change, and I had a rattling sound that was driving me nuts in the back of the car. So first of all, it was a $90 plus tax oil change. Oil change. Ouch. Very much ouch. Huge ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. And then it turned out to be the heat shield for the engine. So, the guy had said that, it would be tempting to say, hey, just take off the heat shield. He said, but, you really can't because it's over the engine and you really can't do that. So, okay, really can't do that. So he said they could put a tap in it, but he didn't think that would actually hold, so they'd have to replace it down the road. 157 and change. That was a lot more than I was expecting. But even worse, he gave me a laundry list. My inspection is in June. And I have this page and a second page of things that need to be fixed. And the lowest price things are the actually the lowest price thing. No. The lowest price thing. What is it called now? What is this thing? Oh yeah. One of my license plate light is out. It's a license plate light. So the light bulb and the labor will be $46.25. I've got to see if I can do that myself. $46.25. I mean, I used to be able to do that myself. I used to be able to do a variety of things with the car myself. The headlight and all that. I used to be able to do that kind of stuff. You unplug something, you unplug a couple of things, and you just switched it out. But these things, let me see. I need struts, front and back, both all the tires. I need, let me see. What's this other thing? Arm bushings. Both front, lower, rearward position control arm bushings. That's as expensive as it sounds. $840. The strut assemblies. This is removing and replacing both the rear struts. That'd be over $1,200. To do the front struts. Try to say that even once. Good luck. $1,400. A section of the brake line. That's going to be $376. So for my inspection in June, I need to spend about $1,900. And the rest of it is going to be about $3,400, $3,500, $3,600. I'm just, my 2011 car has 160 something thousand miles on it. I did read that the Toyotas tend to get are rated essentially for 300,000 miles. The Highlander tends to be rated for 200,000 miles. And, we're talking like a 40,000 mile thing. Now, granted, I don't drive that much. When I do go out to film is when I drive the most. But overall, I don't drive that much. In fact, since I bought the car in 2022, I think I've put about 9,000 miles on it. So that is not a lot of miles at all. So I don't know. I don't know if and the ballpark value of my car, Blue Book value, is under $4,000. So the repairs will be more than the value of the vehicle, but I still have a car payment on it. So what would you folks do? Because I am between a rock and a hard place. So those were my adventures Monday and Tuesday. And when I finished on Tuesday at the mechanics, and this is a different mechanic. My mechanic of 39 years died. And his son, who was 17 when I started going there, when his dad was, Bob was at Robbie's elbow showing him, things underneath the car. It was really wonderful to see that. They had such a great bond. But then Robbie had a heart attack and he died too within year and a half of his father dying. So I'm with this other mechanical shop that has high reviews for being honest and all that. But holy crap, this is a lot of money. And it's just a lot of money. And I just don't know what to do. What would you do? Would you say, the heck with this, I'm going to ride the bus? Mind you, the bus doesn't go the places I want to go. We don't have, it's not like we have metros or subways here in Vermont at all, anywhere. I would say that the transportation is primitive here. So you really have to have a car. And if I want to be traveling for history, I've got to figure it out. But gosh, it's going to be May. Oh, it's going to be May tomorrow. Oh my God, it's going to be May tomorrow. Mayday. Anyhow, so my misadventures in filming on Monday, sure, I should have turned around. Sure. I found out that stretch of land was actually a cemetery after I got home. And, I was looking at the list of cemeteries again and went to Google Maps to see if the coordinates would actually get me to a cemetery. And sure enough, I saw that expanse of lawn and I thought, oh, crap. So close, yet so far. So anyway, I hope your Monday and Tuesday had been a lot better than mine, although both days were absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, they were beautiful both days. Sunny, lovely. Today, it was 44 degrees, and I actually put the heat on. So anyhow, so there's that. But got some big decisions to make. I was so excited when I got the Toyota Highlander because I figured, Toyotas are really great cars. And this one is 4-wheel drive, traction control, and a snow gear, which I certainly used in February. Again in February. Terrible day. It was a terrible snowy day. The roads were atrocious. I was not out filming. I was out doing something else. Should have stayed home. But what are you going to do? I had to be out. But I don't know. I feel like I need to toss a coin with like 5 sides. Maybe just roll a die and see what happens. But anyway, these were my stories I wanted to share with you. And mixed bag. welcome to May, or actually, goodbye, April, and we'll see what May brings. Because we know April showers bring May flowers. I'm looking forward to planting. When I start planting my garden, I'll share that with you, because I know some of you like to watch my garden videos. Yeah, I like to work in my garden. It's kind of peaceful, actually. And people like my flowers. They usually comment on how much they enjoy seeing them. All right. Well, spent a good chunk of time together this evening, and thank you. I'm grateful that you're here. Happy that you're here. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. And this is Patricia. I'm traveling for history. Thanks so much for watching today. And until I see you again, hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye now.